Hello, sports fan. This is Steven here with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the top 5 NFL head coaching vacancies available. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates each and every time we have breakdowns here at Sports Choice Plus. Without further ado, let's get right into the action. Looking at the plethora of head coaching vacancies that we have this offseason, it's going to be an incredible time for some coaches to get a job because these jobs are pretty good jobs. I'm going to be listing the top 5 jobs that I feel like are the best jobs possible. I know it's a couple of extra jobs out there that they had firings, but these 5 are the best jobs. If you're a head coach candidate, you should go after some of these jobs. Coming in at number 5, you're looking at the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are a good landing spot because you have the likes of Matt Ryan, you have the likes of Julio Jones, you have the likes of Calvin Ridley. And when you look at just what they have to offer as an offense, it's phenomenal. You have 3 and 4 receivers that are pretty good, a tight end that's pretty good. You look at the running back position, they have to build that up. But when you're looking at Julio, you're looking at Calvin Ridley, those are the leaders. Defense needs to be rebuilt, seriously. They got a couple of pieces on defense like your Grady Jacksons and things like that, but overall, this team needs work on defense because they give up a lot of points each and every week. But the good thing is, if you need to trade Julio Jones, you need to trade Matt Ryan, you could get a lot for them. They still have a little juice left in the tank that they can help another team be a contender. But I would say if you're hitting the reset button, you still could bounce back here, and the Atlanta Falcons is a top 5 job. Coming in at number 4, the Houston Texans. The reason they're so low is because they don't have a lot of draft capital. They don't have a lot of salary cap as well. They just paid a lot of people. And when you're looking at the Texans right now, as bad as Bill O'Brien was, he left his team in shambles. The ability to bounce back, the ability to do all these things. Yes, you see that in Deshaun Watson, but that takes a lot out of the guy. And that's why you're basically seeing Deshaun Watson wants to trade out of town. He's tired of how management operates. He's tired of how management does not get his opinion. And he hates how they're basically not listening to anything he's suggesting as the franchise QB. I think they owe him a little bit more than that to listen to him and possibly cater to his needs sometimes with the coaches he wants. And that's not happening right now. So I think if he's there, Deshaun Watson's there, this is a top 5 job in the NFL. If he's not, I don't think it is. Coming in at number 3, the Jacksonville Jaguars. When you look at this team right now, $100 million in cap space, the number 2 overall pick. You got the pick from the Vikings. You got the pick from the Rams. You have so many different things that you could do. And then also, a lot of guys don't realize there's no income tax in Florida. This is a prime destination for good free agents to come, whether it be wide receivers, defensive ends, defensive tackles, offensive linemen. You can get a beachfront property for pretty good money. It's so many different things that go on in Jacksonville. You're by the sea, you're by the ocean. So this is definitely a good thing. If they draft Trevor Lawrence, you got a face of the franchise, hopefully knock on wood for 10 more years or so. And, they can build that team up through the draft in so many different ways. So that's why they're pretty good right now. They don't have a lot of bad contracts, and any contract they want to get rid of, they can do so with minimal damage to their salary cap. So coming in at number 2, you're looking at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are a pretty good job because they have Carson Wentz, or you could go with Jalen Hurts, either or. I look at the offensive side of the ball. You have a couple of good linemen. Through the draft, you're going to have a high draft pick this year, so you could go wide receiver for the draft. You could go tight end for the draft. You can go O-lineman for the draft. And because so many different people are needing quarterbacks, you're probably going to have your pick of the litter for other skilled set positions or either talented positions like a left tackle, like a wide receiver. You're going to have your pick because the first 3 or 4 picks may even choose quarterbacks. Then boom, you got to slide down a couple of slots and you're right there to pick it up. So I think Philly needs a lot of work, but through the draft, they can definitely make a lot of noise and get some playmakers early on in these drafts. So that's what I feel for that. And number 1, you're looking at the Los Angeles Chargers. With the head coach vacancy here, you have a talented quarterback that is Justin Herbert. He's ability to throw to talented wide receiver Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, the talented running back. It's so many different things. And then if you look at the defensive side of the ball, they got some monsters too with Bosa, with everything he brings to the table. If Derwin James can get it together, he's talented as a safety, but if he can stay healthy, watch out NFL, because that's a talented group. I think they gave away a couple of games this year. That's why they're not really where they need to be because of special teams and things like that. But when I think about the dominance of how this team could be someday, if Justin Herbert is anything like his rookie season moving forward, the Chargers are going to be a perennial powerhouse coming out the AFC West pretty soon. So I'm picking the Chargers to be the top job that is available right now in the NFL. If you're a GM looking for a head coach, that's going to be your best market to look at for the Los Angeles Chargers. So I want to know your top 5 jobs. It can be the Lions, it could be the Jets, it could be anything. Let me know your top 5 jobs that are available right now and put them in order for me. Let me see them. And definitely check out Sports Choice Plus each and every week for all the breakdowns and all the updates. We thank you so very much for choosing us. And then as always, thank you so very much. We'll see you next week.